What's up guys, this is on my so this is a weekly outlook for this week, and I'll be starting with indices. So let's start with US30. What do I have on US30? So on US30 we currently having a reaction from a 4-hour demand right here. Then I was literally expecting price to come to this low, and I could actually have my buy, but price ignores that low and then reacted off of the inducement right here and then broke structure to the upside. So if since price broke structure to the upside, I'll say expect price to come into this zone and then could actually buy from this zone, but I'll be going on buy from that zone if I literally engineer liquidity around that region, then that zone will be cool with me, because I think from the weekly also, from the daily, I guess. So from the daily time frame, we're having a reaction from this demand, but that demand is kind of mitigated and stuff, so it's more of a liquidity zone to me. So I'll be expecting a short-term buy, but my long-term bias is still sells, because we did have a reaction from this supply, and then price actually printed this the sell setup that we had last week. That sell setup is still valid if price get there, but price needs to have like a bullish intention for the bullish movement that will actually facilitate price to that zone. That was like what I was looking up to for the buys on this pair. I think from like, since we had a reaction from this zone, taking this zone out, then we had another block right here, and then I was literally expecting price to come lower to this zone and then buy from that zone, but since price refused to do that and then reacted off of this like the inducement for that zone, so if I actually come print a low and then comes take that low out, then I'll be going on buy from this particular zone. But before then, I am sat that I'm waiting for price to decide what we will do. But mind you, this sell that I sent to the general group last week is still not valid. If we literally get to that zone, I'll look for a sell confirmation and then dump it to any of these lows, because this like bunch of liquidities below those lows. So like this is my buyers on US30. I think NAS 100 have the same kind of structure. You could actually buy from or sell rather from a hidden base right here, but I don't really have anything on NAS 100. That's just the fact. Nothing on NAS 100. I did have a buy narrative from here, but price didn't get there, so I don't have anything on NAS 100. And on XPS, we did have a reaction from a 4-hour demand, 4-hour order block right here, and then after the other block we had like a confirmation on that other block. But mind you, from the weekly, I'm still expecting price to come take that low, so I'm still on the sell side. I'm expecting price to come take this sell side liquidity. So any buys I'm looking for now just like a short-term buys, not for the long run. So we had a reaction from that demand, and then price created a confirmation from this zone. So I was really expecting price to come into that zone and then buy from that zone, but price reacted from this zone right here, which is actually still cool. So if I actually get to this zone, you could actually look for your sells from that zone, but that zone actually created what we call a trend line liquidity, and price could just go take out that trend line liquidity out. So if you are going on risk entry from that demand, from that supply rather, your stop loss should be above that this thing. So in the case that even though price take out that zone, you will still be on the trade. So this is like a 6-hour trade. If you leverage well on the amplifier, you should be in for a lot of money. That's like a 6-hour trade. So that is literally what I have on this pair XPS. I'm just betting sales from that zone. So I'm taking off this analysis right here. Now I'm literally on the sell side from that zone. Then what am I expecting on gold? Right, on gold from the 4 hours, price is literally is choppy right now. It's kind of a ranging profile happening right here. So you could have the manipulation and the accumulation, but I don't trade AMD. So from the 4-hour time frame, I'm expecting price to actually either break to the downside and then come for this supply, and then we could actually sell. Then the whole narrative of AMD will be accomplished: accumulation, manipulation to the downside, and then distribution to the upside to this supply right here, and we dump from that zone. But I'll literally be expecting sell from this zone. So I'm sad because market actually takes money from the impatient traders and gives to the patient one. That's pretty much clear. So on the 4 hours, I'm having this sales from this zone. I'm having sales from that zone. So I will literally be expecting price to do something like this. And then come for this zone. Then we could actually buy from that zone. Because if gold is to sell time highs again, it's literally from this zone, from this big zone, right? But if you want to go on risk entry, it's kind of a swing trade, but I don't do more of swing trading because I don't just like it. So you could actually be buying to this all-time high. This is like a 5-hour trade. Leverage well on this, you still be in for a lot of money, but I'll be going on continuation entry from that zone. Continuation entry from that zone. So like this, that is what I have on gold. And then on Bitcoin, what do I have on Bitcoin? On BTC USD from 4 hours, we had price actually ignores our point of interest from the 1 hour from that zone. And then from 2 hours, we have this internal liquidity, which is our favorite gap around this region. And then we have this new high here. Then we have this new high right here. So I'll be expecting price to sell into this low. I'll be expecting price to sell into this low, or rather sell into this demand. Then we'll be actually expecting buyers to the upside from that zone. Then from the 1 hour time frame, the reason why I did not like send the trade you guys this trade from this guy was like waiting for price to actually tap into that zone properly, and we had price differentials from that zone. If not, I could actually send the confirmation which price actually printed from this zone from all over. It's kind of a 17-hour trade, but it seems pretty much cool. Since price is not like tap into that zone from other brokers, I think that we had like a manipulation at that zone. And then when price actually give me the confirmation that we are literally buying from that zone, even though there was the manipulation, and then price refused to actually tap into that zone. So that this is literally what I have on Bitcoin. And then on Euro USD, I'm having this analysis. How do I come about this analysis? From the daily time frame, because I like to like break my trade and why I took it and stuff like that. From the daily time frame, we had a reaction from this guy, and then this guy should actually push price to the upside to give to the suppliers, on Euro USD, and then we could actually dump. Because from the weekly time frame, from the weekly time frame, we have this very big supply right here. I'm expecting price to actually get to that supply, and then we dump from that supply. So now narrowing it down to like the 4-hour time frame, we had some sort of like a trend line liquidity at that level, and then from the 1-hour time frame, from the 1-hour time frame, we had this other block, and then we have this last low before the main low, which is like our liquidity for the trade. Then we are literally expecting price to actually come back to that other block for this trade. So I'm going to risk on this trade, but if I get a confirmation, I'll add another position. The same structure with Euro USD from daily, still the same narrative. Yeah. So from the daytime frame, we are reacting off of this demand. Then from the weekly, I really map out a supply that could actually send price downward. We had the supply zone right here, I could actually send price. So for the meantime, we are bullish on Euro USD and GBP USD, and this is like my setup. As price came, the price gave me a change of character and a break of structure. That is strong confidence for buyers. So on USD POI, which is the last pair before we are totally done, most people are literally selling USD pair right now. Are buying USD pair rather, but I'm on the sell side, but I don't like have enough confidence on the sell side right now, because we're having a reaction from this internal liquidity, which is our imbalance right here, and then we had a trend line liquidity seated below this guy. This is the liquidity. Then from the 1 hour, we are having a reaction from a supply. I literally map out the supply yesterday, this supply. So change of character, break of structure. I'll be waiting for price to actually print up. As you can see that I will join the sales till that one line liquidity is taken out. So I'm not buying, I'm looking for sales, because we did have a reaction from this zone, right here, from this other block, but I need to have a clear direction before investing my money on any setup right now. So that's all, guys. I hope this is helpful, and I wish all of us a profitable week ahead of us. Bye, guys.